people were saying how these would fall off. You have this D-ring, which I find pointless. Instead of just using olive oil, I also gave it a suntan. I wanted to give it that OG Bumbag, honey patina look, and I didn't want to wait. Be careful that it doesn't rain, that the sprinklers don't come on. I spent $1,600 on the LV OG Bumbag because I thought I absolutely had to have it. But today I'm giving you a review of why the high-rise Bumbag actually beats the OG and why I regret falling for the internet hype. What's really nice about this bag is the shape. Now, some don't like the shape, but I see why they made it this way, specifically so that it lays flat against your body. And I'm gonna try it on. You can see this one right off the bat is a lot bulkier. So they both have back zipper pockets, but this one is bulkier. This one does have a D-ring at the bottom, and I assume that's for bag charms, although bag charms weren't a huge thing back then. So I'm not really quite sure what this is really meant for, but I guess you could hang a bag charm off of it. So you can see this one is bulkier, but still equally cute, I guess. I'm trying to see in weight, which one's heavier. I guess they're very similar. I feel like the high-rise might be a little bit weightier though. Let's go through the pros and cons of each of these bags. Let's start with the high-rise. The high-rise has cream interior. So some people would not like that. One pro about that is that you can see your stuff really nicely inside, but a huge con would be that it's prone to get very dirty. I did get an insert from Zumoni, so it's brand new because of that inside. The bag is flat so that it can lay nicely against your body, but that means it doesn't carry as much as this one, but we're gonna find out. The back pocket is roomy, but if you put too much in the back pocket, you're taking away from the front because it's all part of one bag, of course. And it does go almost the full length of the bag, but it stops right here, which is where it kind of ends on the corners. Like you're not really using this piece of the bag where the buckle is. So it kind of goes from here to here, just like the front zipper. So the jacquard strap, it's cream. You can't choose. I wish you could. I think it would be a lot nicer if you can choose your strap. So you have to get the cream. Kind of wish they gave you like an option like they do with the multi-pochette. I think you can get like pink or green if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is what it actually looks like when you get it. I personally feel like this does make it more sporty and casual looking, but I can't help but feel like it's a little bit out of place on this bag. Let me try it on for you. Good mom bag if you don't need to carry a lot of stuff. Not that I'm a mom, but I think a lot of moms like bags like this. It's just low maintenance, aside from the Vachetta, because that's not really that low maintenance. But this is what it looks like with the jacquard. Now, I don't know, this kind of annoys me. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. I like the charm a little bit better, but even that when it hangs this way, it's gonna look a little weird, a little funny. So it's okay. Now you can also wear it as a shoulder bag like this. And it does look nice like this as well. So you can just throw it over your shoulder and that's a cute way to wear it as well. Let's show you the OG Bumbag. So the OG Bumbag comes with this top handle strap, which is a huge reason of why I wanted it. Because when you're gonna grab this bag, there's no way to grab it by, but I don't know why I thought that. Like really, you just grab it by the strap. You know, you don't need a top handle. I just thought the top handle would be like super convenient, like if you just needed to grab it quick. But really, like the strap is like on any bag, you would just grab the bag by the strap, right? So I don't know why I thought I needed the top handle. Because now that I have it, I'll be honest, like I don't find this top handle that convenient. Right now the bag is not stuffed, so maybe that has something to do with it. I have the tab on the front here, and then the strap is adjustable to two places. You have the buckle here, so you can kind of pull it, you know, looser or tighter, of course. And then you also can adjust it by the actual buckle with the holes. So you can kind of do both. This is what this one looks like. As I said, more bulky, and there's nothing in here. And you have this D-ring, which I find pointless on this bag unless somebody actually uses it for a bag charm, which I don't think I've ever seen. I do like that the strap is very adjustable, so I think it could fit a wide range of sizes. And also you can wear it as a shoulder bag. And I've seen people do that, so I think that's cute. Let's see what fits. I think I covered everything. I showed you the strap, the adjustments, the top handle, the zipper. Oh, another con. This little flap that covers the zipper is prone to cracking, and it's also annoying, right? So when you want to get in the bag, you have to flip up the tab to get to the zipper. It is inconvenient. That's why on the high rise, they left it without fabric, right? So there's no issue. There's no prone to cracking here because they also made the pleating for that reason. Because it's kind of a rounded shape, they pleated the bag so that there was no permanent bending and cracking. And they also left no lip over the zipper for that reason. Now, some people say this looks like a smile and they don't like the look of it because it has the two pieces of leather on top in the middle of the zipper, and it kind of does look like a smile, but it doesn't bother me, and I prefer it over the lip covering the zipper. Although I do like that they hid the zipper. It does get annoying to get in and out of. So I think it's a con, and I do think it's a pro that they added pleating. I kind of like the way it looks. It's nice. Now the zippers, I think the high rise is larger, but they're the same style. So yeah, the high rise zipper is larger, which I like. I think that's more fun. Now the back one is smaller than the front one on the high rise. This is much larger and more heavy duty. The one in the back is a little cheapy feeling. So the zippers are identical. The back zipper on the high rise and the regular zipper on the OG are identical. I think the gold is more gold on the OG. It's more champagne looking on the high rise now that I notice it. Can you guys see that? Let's try both of them on at the same time. Okay, so here's the high rise and then here's the OG Bumbag. Which do you guys prefer? And do you find it annoying that this is more bulky? Like that this is flat? Do you like that it's pleated? I don't know. I'm still torn. I don't know. I feel like if you always like this one, but you don't want to spend the money on a used one because a lot of them are not in good shape and you're curious about the high rise, I would recommend the high rise. So I gave you several cons of this bag. Prone to cracking. The hidden zipper does get annoying. There's a pointless, huge, chunky ring down here. The top handle is a nice touch, but it's not that handy. Cons about the high rise, if you don't like the pleating, that could be a con. It is flatter, and it's kind of a funny shape when it's not on, but when it's on, it forms to your body well. But when it's not on, it can be like a little bit of a funny looking bag. I don't like the jacquard strap, but that's an easy fix. Now, granted, you shouldn't have to buy another strap, but the good news is that you can, and you have options, and then you can use this for another bag too. So it's not the end of the world. Another con would be the light interior, right, on the high rise. The light interior could be a con, but you can just get an insert. OG Bumbag. Black interior, which makes it hard to find your things. That could be another con. I do really like how the strap is uber adjustable, so that's nice. Although it is fixed, so you cannot change the strap on this one. The handle is like, I'm neutral. It's nice, but it's not as great as I thought it would be. The whole bag in general is not as great as I thought it would be. I personally should have just saved my money and just stuck with this that I already had because I don't need both. And I don't think you need both either. But if I were to pick one, I think I would go the high rise. Right? Unless you're absolutely obsessed with the OG, better off getting a brand new bag that you can, tan yourself. You can get that honey patina yourself, whether you want to speed it up or you want to be patient, unlike me. So when I wanted the OG Bumbag, it was discontinued. The only place to get it was the pre-loved market where they were way overpriced, sometimes above retail. If they were in good condition, they were well above retail. And the ones that were decently priced were just in terrible condition. So I wound up getting the high rise. It gives a different look, right? Obviously, to the OG Bumbag. So what I did was I got a leather strap from Amazon. You could get these from Etsy, Amazon, Dress Up Your Purse. There's a bunch of different places where you can get this. I wanted to give it that like honey, OG look. So fully leather, no jacquard, and I wanted to give it like a tan look. So I actually first used olive oil. So to get this golden brown tan, mine is a lot more even. So like I said, I used olive oil, which I know some people will be cringing. However, if you're scared to use olive oil, which actually works really well, you can use leather conditioner, which is, it tells you on most of the leather conditioners that it will darken leather. So that'll work as well. Just make sure it's suitable for vachetta leather. But if you're too scared of olive oil, you can leave it out in the sun. I've spoken about this in my LV collection bag tag video, new versus pre-loved. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out because I go through my entire LV collection. Instead of just using olive oil, I also gave it a suntan. I wanted to give it that OG Bumbag kind of honey patina look, and I didn't want to wait. And it works perfectly. I will say with my Nano Speedy, and I said this in the collection video, be careful that it doesn't rain and that the sprinklers don't come on and there's no water in sight. I wanted it to look like this one, so I did my best. So here's the high rise with the vachetta strap. I probably should make it a little bit smaller. Nonetheless, you get the point. Here it is with both having the vachetta leather. Another con is that you see the buckles, right? Instead of having that flush look with the leather. So that I do prefer more on here. I'm team high rise. I want to know what you guys think. People were saying how these would fall off, and I could see why. It has fallen off before, so you have to be careful. I don't know if it's super common, but this can fall off easily. So just keep that in mind. Let's see what they fit. Okay, so let's start putting stuff in them. So here's the high rise. So there's like a little lip balm in there already. Let's put sunglasses in there. Okay, that kind of like takes up the whole bag, as you can see. Some lip products, a phone. Okay, we're like very tight already. You can fit some stuff up here still. Should I see if this little pouch will fit? Like, stuff it in there? Not really. Some more lip products. Another lip product. Let's zip that up. Zips up fine. Let's do the back. Let's see. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is now tight because the bag is stuffed. Now you're limited on what you can put back here. Does this fit? Not really. Let's take out the sunglasses. Okay, so that fits. All right, let's take out the same items and I'm in the OG. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to mention is this bag has a double zipper, the OG, and the high rise only has one zipper. Forgot to say that. You could say. Okay, let's put sunglasses. Let's actually put this pouch. Let's see if it fits. Seems to fit fine. Let's go phone. Fits fine. Lip products. And everything is 100% fine. Kind of hate the double zipper. I'm not going to lie. I find that annoying. It's not smooth because there's two zippers, at least in my opinion. It all fit. Now on the back, let's see if this pencil pouch that I just recently got from the Catagram collection, let's see if this will fit. Okay, not really. Take out the phone. Let's put this in the main compartment. Fits fine. And then let's put the phone in the back. And I bet you I can do sunglasses without the case. Yes. I know this is chaotic. Lo siento. Zips completely fine. Even though that zipper thing is annoying. So you can see, I have the pouch. The only thing I don't have is a sunglass case, which I probably could squeeze in there. It's the winner as far as how much you can fit. Let me know down in the comments, team high rise or OG Bumbag. Here I am carrying it by the handle. Okay, now that there's stuff in it, I guess it's convenient, but is it worth buying it instead of this and getting this brand new? I'm still undecided. No, I don't think it's worth it. No, I'm going no. I think the high rise beats the OG. I am glad I have both, but I don't need both. And I wish I would have just saved my money here. All right, having a handle is always nice, but still, it's not worth buying it just for that. What I want to know is, are you team high rise or are you team OG Bumbag? Did I sway you any which way? Do you even care? Do you guys own one of these? Hopefully this is helpful for anybody who's deciding between these two, like secondhand, new, or just the styles in general. So hopefully that helps somebody. And also let me know what else you maybe want to see me compare, film in general. So definitely keep me posted. And I think that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.